All right, everyone, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into some pretty turbulent crypto waters. We're talking about Binance and their recent decision to delist not one, not two, but three tokens, AKRO, BLZ, and WRX. And the fallout, oh, it was swift. And let me tell you, it was brutal.
Oh yeah, definitely a big shakeup.
Big time. We're talking double-digit drops in value almost overnight for some of these. So we're going to break down exactly what happened, why Binance might make a move like this, and most importantly, what it all means for you and your crypto investments, because let's face it, this stuff matters.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, especially in the crypto world.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So let's set the scene first. Binance, as most folks know, is kind of the 800-pound gorilla in the crypto exchange space.
Definitely one of the biggest players, that's for sure.
And they just dropped the hammer on these three tokens.
Yeah.
AKRO took a hit, an 11% drop, which is insignificant by any means.
Yeah.
But BLZ and WRX, oof, those got absolutely hammered, like close to 48% down after the announcement.
Yeah, seeing those numbers really makes you realize how much influence a platform like Binance has on the market, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It's wild to think about that kind of power, right? One decision, and bam, millions of dollars potentially wiped out. What's your take on how the market reacts so dramatically to news like this?
Well, I think it shows how sensitive the crypto world is to news and events, especially when it comes from the top dogs like Binance. I mean, an 11% drop is rough, but almost half your value vanishing. That's got to be a punch to the gut for anyone holding those tokens.
Yeah, I bet. So Binance gave some reasons for these delistings, something about not meeting their internal policies and the performance of the tokens themselves. But to be honest, it all felt a little vague, like reading between the lines kind of thing.
You're right, that lack of transparency is a common gripe in the crypto space. Binance, like most exchanges, has their own rule book, criteria for listing and delisting tokens. It usually comes down to trading volume. Are people actually buying and selling it enough to justify keeping it listed? Regulatory compliance. Is the project playing by the rules in all the different jurisdictions it operates in? That's huge. And overall project health. Is the team behind it active? Is development moving forward? Are they hitting their milestones? But the specifics, yeah, those often get a little fuzzy. And that can leave investors feeling like they're in the dark, which breeds uncertainty, and that can lead to fear in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. So in this case, we've got AKRO, BLZ, and WRX on the chopping block. Binance gave a deadline of February 25th, 2025 at 03.00 UTC for everyone to withdraw their holdings. It's kind of a generous timeline, isn't it?
Yeah, most exchanges will give you some time to move your assets, but it's not forever.
Right. What happens if someone, let's say they're totally off the grid for a while, misses that deadline? Are they just out of luck?
Basically, yeah. Missing that withdrawal window means those tokens are essentially locked up on Binance. You can't trade them, can't move them, they're stuck. It's a hard lesson about not just diversifying your portfolio, which we always talk about, but also staying up to date with your exchange's announcements and policies.
It's like checking the fine print, but for your crypto, right?
Exactly. You got to stay informed.
So thinking about this situation, are there any red flags that token holders or even just folks watching from the sidelines should be looking out for? Any signs that might hint at a potential delisting down the road?
Absolutely. There are a few things to keep an eye on. One is a consistent decline in trading volume. If a token isn't moving much, that's a warning sign. Exchanges aren't charities. They need that activity to generate fees and justify listing a coin. So if volume dries up, it could be a sign that a project's losing steam, and that could put it on the chopping block.
So it's all about supply and demand, right? If no one's buying or selling, what's the point of having it listed?
Exactly. Another big one is regulatory scrutiny. If a token starts getting into legal hot water, that's a huge red flag. Exchanges are very sensitive to regulatory pressure. They don't want to get caught up in anything that could jeopardize their business. So if a project starts facing legal challenges or there are concerns about its compliance, Binance might decide to play it safe and delist it.
It makes sense. They got to protect themselves too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Then you've got things like negative news or controversies surrounding a project. Hacks, scandals, team infighting, all that stuff can erode trust and confidence. And if people start losing faith in a project, well, guess what? They stop trading its token, and we're back to that low-volume issue.
It's like a domino effect. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, boom, delisted.
Precisely.
So it sounds like these delisting decisions from Binance, while definitely impactful, aren't completely out of the blue. There are often some warning signs, some underlying factors that could lead to this outcome.
Exactly. It's not like they're just flipping a coin and randomly choosing projects to delist.
Right. There's a method to the madness.
There's a rhyme and reason to it, and understanding those reasons can help investors make smarter choices and manage their risk.
This whole situation has been a real eye-opener, that's for sure. I know I'm going to be double-checking my portfolio and making sure I'm not holding anything that might be on shaky ground. I bet our listeners are feeling the same way right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a good reminder that in crypto, things can change fast. Knowledge and vigilance are your best friends. Always do your research, stay informed, and invest responsibly, folks.
Words to live by in this wild world of crypto. Well, that about wraps it up for our deep dive today. We appreciate you joining us. And remember, stay curious, keep learning, and never stop exploring the crypto frontier. Until next time.
See you then.